What is up, guys? Kevin Cage back with another XRP update. Like and sub if you want daily crypto news, and let's dive in. So we have XRP at $1.05 today. I'm going to go over some rapid fire news and then kind of touch on a few things that I recommend everybody if you're new to look further into. So right here, we have CoinGate. XRP is relisted on CoinGate for non-US users. Okay, big deal. Non-US users can now buy and pay invoices with XRP, while merchants can accept payments in XRP. Read more about it in our blog. Leonidas, who has created the website XRP Arcade, goes on to say, and XRParcade.com, great website, could have easily enabled XRP for users as well in the US. The SEC claimed that only Ripple and affiliates of Ripple could have sold XRP illegally, meaning that these exchanges are safe. The liquidity providers were safe to keep listing it. So what is really going on behind the scenes? And obviously, why do they not want it in everybody else's hands? At the same time, you are using XRP as a currency. That is also proof that XRP is not a security of the company Ripple. It's very funny. CoinGate goes on to reply, and hopefully I don't upset them, but I just want to read the facts here. Enabling XRP for US users is in our plans as well, Leonidas. As soon as there is more legal clarity in the lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple, we will take further actions. Now, this is where it gets funny, because now we have Arturo, who's literally an actual fintech lawyer, and he goes on to kind of give his 2 cents, which I find this very, very valuable. What kind of clarity do you need? The lawsuit hasn't been adjudicated against Ripple. The SEC has made it clear that they have not made a final determination on whether XRP is a security or not. They said they filed the complaint to ask the courts for their determination. If you were following the lawsuit, you would know that the SEC said they never ordered exchanges or VASPs, and these are VASPs, virtual asset service providers, to halt XRP-related services in the US. Far from it. They are blaming the companies now who halted such services for the damages they caused to XRP holders. Specifically, when they came in the lawsuit in December, XRP's price was crushed, and of course the market cap was down. So essentially alluding to anybody that decided to panic sell and lost their initial position or lost a lot of money. And I know some have, and my heart goes out to all of you. And everybody's frustration is with the SEC for doing this. All right, so it's the court's decision now. The SEC stance is no longer relevant in this case until the court releases a verdict saying XRP is, in fact, a security or is not a security. And that is what I want. I want clarity. And that is when we can finally break that glass ceiling that has been holding XRP's price so low for so long. In other pieces of news, guys, just to touch on this, we did have Ripple, the company. They've joined the Crypto Climate Accord, an initiative whose aim is to decarbonize the crypto industry. All good and great, of course, energy usage. And now this, Matrix Mortgage Global has funded over $1 billion worth of mortgages, okay? And in other news, they've actually, and they're Canada's leading mortgage brokerage, they're now accepting Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, as well as Bitcoin Cash. Just thought it was noteworthy enough to share. Now, remember this, and I'm just going to touch on this. We've heard Ashish Burla, general manager of RippleNet, say this as well, in quotes. Citibank, HSBC, which is RippleNet, a massive bank, one of the biggest in the world, and JP Morgan, I'm sure you've heard of them as well. These three essentially monopolize the world of cross-border payments. These are my words, I paraphrased. But he goes on to say, 80% of all cross-border payments flows through these three giants. And of course, now we have Matthew Lany pointing this out. We can see right here, Citibank makes moves to be a leader in the cross-border payment space with 3 new partnerships since April 9th of this year alone. The XRP community has also uncovered Citi is using Volante, massive tech provider. We're talking trillions with the T per day in volume. You can find their website as well, and they'll even talk about that to facilitate ISO. This is the messaging. Funny enough, Ripple is the only blockchain group, DLT focus group, that has joined their governing body, their standards body. Why? Exactly. Now, we have Volante is also a Ripple partner, no surprise, and Volante literally answered Matthew's question. We've retweeted it 1,000 times, saying, yes, we have the ability to, thanks to things like the Ripple processor module, and I'll show that in 1 second if you're brand new. All right? So just a few screenshots showing some partnerships and really experimentation and developments with blockchain. And then even Bank XRP just showing US banking giant Citi is enlisting Volante Technologies to accelerate its adoption of the ISO 222 financial messaging standard across its global payments operations. Interesting. Now we'll go right here. So this is the recent news. Now this is the old stuff. This is the Ripple processor module. And I link all of this below if you guys are curious, and follow me on Twitter. And so we've gone over this 1,000 times, but this just came out, in much love and thank you for Demore. for sending this over. I just wanted to highlight a few points. Reduce the TCO by 40%, eliminate legacy infrastructure. This is all focusing on payments as a service. You can see right here, settlement. That is the name of the game that we're focused on. 85% of the world's systemically important financial institutions already run on the cloud, and payments right here generate over $1 trillion of revenue annually, with transaction volumes growing at double-digit rates. The trends are our friends here, and of course, payments is one of the most obvious and immediate use cases for blockchain, and XRP has been around for 8 years strong. That is something that banks would adopt. It's not some new crypto that's going to come out of nowhere that has had errors or that just has to be trusted. XRP is tried and true, has been piloted and actively engaged with the top 40 to 50 central banks of the world for a very good reason. Okay? Now, right here, this is me being very facetious, very sarcastic. I know someone else that is actually SOC 2 certified or compliant, so to speak, and that's RippleNet, and that just came out, and Ripple's retweeting it for good reason, because this is going to play a role in the future to work with some of the biggest tech providers, financial institutions, and central banks. No surprise. And then right after that, or around that same time, I forget the order specifically, both happened within, I'd say 2 months of each other. The XRP Ledger news of having privacy features for central banks to integrate with the XRP Ledger, another coincidence, so to speak. And we have Volante, and this is another document that was shared by Demore, so thank you. We can see security, data privacy. Of course, they are SOC 2 certified or compliant. No surprise, okay? So I think that's going to be relevant. I just wanted to point you towards that, and I know a lot of people are saying the very same thing. Right here, boom. So we have the board member of Digital Currency Group years ago, Barry Silbert, of course, you know him, formerly head of Grayscale, a subsidiary, and maybe you've heard of things like CoinDesk. Yeah, CoinDesk and Grayscale are subsidiaries of Digital Currency Group. This is 2016. Ripple, he calls XRP Swift 2.0 Bitcoin digital gold. ETC calls it the gas for the Internet of Things, and he goes on to say Zcash is for private transactions. Now he's been very quiet with XRP. He and a lot of the big investors, they act like they just took a little stake in Ripple back in the day. Even like Jesse Powell, CEO of Kraken, he invested in the Ripple years ago. You can go see that yourselves online. So very, very funny. We'll go right here to DCG.co, Digital Currency Group. Of course, he's a board member as well, alongside with Glenn Hutchins. This man is someone you guys should pay attention to. And what is the other gentleman's name? Bald guy from Goldman Sachs. He's on the news a lot. Very, very powerful dude. I'm blanking on his name, but I'll pull him up again in the future. But pay attention to that. So, the list of Digital Currency Group's portfolio in terms of crypto assets, owner of Grayscale, CoinDesk, and more, and invested into the company Ripple years ago. No surprise. So I actually linked this if you guys are curious. Bunch of good assets, RSR, Flow, HBAR, Filecoin, Zcash, Zen, Ocean, The Graph, LivePeer, API3, you name it. So I just wanted to link this for you guys if you're curious. And so here's their entire portfolio, basic attention token. So a lot of good assets to keep in mind. And remember, there's no 100% success rate, but I just want to show you what some of the big money is backing. And really, DCG is a huge, huge entity in the space. Okay. Next up. So if you do anything today, lately my videos, at least this morning's video, it's gotten shadow banned, so there's very little views, and I went through everything. The Novati news of on-demand liquidity for XRP usage in Philippines. If you guys want to check that out, I highly recommend doing so. And this is, again, credit to Demore, so thank you, and you can follow him here. And notice, read through this thread, knowing this basic information about Finastra and the relationship of Ripple joining the ISO standards body. This is huge, and as I always say, Ripple, you think they really just have 300 to 400 direct partners? No, don't take the bait. It's much bigger than that. Finastra is one tech provider that is integrated with them entirely, and it's all linked and all sourced below in about a seven tweet thread. So please go check it out. A lot of people, we shared this back in April of last year, and I think there's a lot more people in the XRP community that need to inform themselves. That's what I say. Yes, it's fun looking at the chart. It's fun waiting for the price. But in the meantime, sharpen your sword. Level up your knowledge while you wait so you're that much more prepared for the future of what you can expect. Right here. Finastra, 48 of the top 50 banks in the world, 9,000 customers, 130 countries. So yeah, basically all of them. Ripple integrated with their global payment services hub, Global Pay Plus, with Ripple's distributed ledger tech as a foundation for further disruptive payments innovation. And I was retweeting this like a madman earlier, all linked down below, guys. Please check this out. It goes through CLS. You may have heard of them. Right here, transacting over 50% of the FX volume per day. Well, what's 100% of the FX volume? 5 trillion plus per day. That's crazy. Even the DTCC, as I say in every video, they were the Fed before the Fed was even a thought. Notice, Accenture, early investor into Ripple. Go check for yourselves. Digital asset. R3, of course, R3 and Ripple. Huge shareholder of them is SBI, and they are going to be really stepping up in the world of blockchain technology throughout Japan. Unbelievable information here. Even right here, former DTCC CEO Don Donahue became a Ripple advisor. Then he was actually appointed as chairman of the Global Payments Steering Group, aka Ripple Nets. Not make this stuff up. And yes, this whole rabbit hole goes very deep. Once you go down, you will not be turning around. FIS, 30 trillion right there. We can go to PolySign, which is literally like an XRP initiative with David Schwartz and the creator of XRP Ledger with David Schwartz, Arthur Brito, and the former vice chairman of BNY Mellon, a huge bank who was responsible for custodying 25%, 1/4 of all global institutional assets. What? And people are bearish, or they don't think XRP will be a key contender in the years ahead? I don't know what to tell them, because they have just not done the research. They were fed one article and they heard it was a scam and they never looked deeper. So taking everything at face value, and don't even take anything at face value when I'm sharing it. I want you guys to literally go look at this. Call me out if I'm wrong on any of this, or correct me, please. Right here, DTCC, of course, Finastra, CLS, like the integrations are all right in front of us. So even right here, question, speculation, let me know, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. Call me out if anything's wrong or needs updating, because of course things change. But this was since April, and I just wanted to touch on this for anybody that is brand new. So in finishing this video, I wanted to give another congrats to another long-term hold of mine that we were in well before it pumped over $1. This is Algarand Algo. I know a lot of you guys like it, hopefully, and thrilled to announce that Balancer Labs was one of the largest automated market makers and will bring programmable liquidity to Algarand. Now remember, Algarand and even Ripple, a lot of deep MIT ties. MIT, or the Algarand Foundation, is based out of MIT. David Schwartz loves zero-knowledge proofs that were created by the founder, Silvio Micali of MIT. Funny enough, MIT runs a validator on the XRP ledger. So rather than being tribalistic and thinking it's only going to be one currency, let's grow up and understand there's, multiple stocks, there's multiple companies, there's multiple applications that we need. I can't use Microsoft Office for everything. Maybe I have other preferences. There's going to be trade-offs. So maybe we're actually going to live in a digital future where there's invisible protocols and crypto assets that serve different problems and solve different problems for a variety of customers, and we can all just love each other for once. Okay, so this implementation being built by them is an exciting milestone for the growing number of assets on Algo. Very cool, guys. I'm rooting for this entire ecosystem. All in all, let's see where we are at today. We are nearing 2 trillion. I just want to break it. Guys, just keep in mind, when you're seeing 5% pullbacks or even 20% pumps, this is nothing in the scheme of things. This is a multi-year bear market that is being broken out of. The trend is shifting, and now we just simply have to wait. So keep your eyes on the prize. XRP still, for some perspective, because I know some are going to go, oh, it's down 1%. It is still over $1. We just went 3 years and we're battling just above 20 cents. We're at 5x right now. Let's be happy. Let's celebrate a little bit. And we are still up roughly almost 70% on the day. We're going to wait this consolidation and wait for the next leg up, hopefully sooner than later. I will catch you in the next one.